Hello friends, welcome to MySQL video tutorials series. In this video tutorial, I would like to discuss how to add a column to an already created table. We understand how to add a new column to an already created table, guys. To add a column to an already created table, we take help of alter table command. Basic syntax for adding a column to an already created table is we say alter table, then we write the table name to which we want to add a new column. Then we say add, then we write the new column name, then we write data type, guys. From here to here everything is optional. If you want to mention, you can mention the size of the column. If you want to mention, you can mention whether a column can have null value or not. If you want to mention, you can mention the default value of the column, guys. Then we say semicolon here. For example, let's assume we have already created a table called tbl_faculty. Inside that table, I want to add date of birth column. To do that, I say alter table tbl_faculty add dob date semicolon, where tbl_faculty is the table name, dob is the column name, date is the data type of the column, guys. Let's go to MySQL console and understand how do we add new columns to a already created table, guys. Here I say show databases semicolon. We know that show databases command displays list of databases currently available inside MySQL server. I hit enter. You can see that it has displayed list of databases currently available inside MySQL server. I want to create a database for City College. So what I do, I say here create database, then we write the database name. I say here db_city_college semicolon. I hit enter. You can see that query is executed. Let's check out whether db_city_college database is created or not. I say here show databases semicolon. I hit enter. You can see that db_city_college database is created inside MySQL server. Inside db_city_college, I want to create faculty table, guys. To do that, first I have to select the database. And how do we select a database, guys? We say use, then we write the database name which we want to select. I say here db_city_college semicolon. I hit enter. You can see that database changed is displayed. That means currently selected database is db_city_college, guys. I say here show tables semicolon. We know that show tables command displays list of tables available inside currently selected database. I hit enter. It is telling empty set. That means there are no tables available inside the currently selected database, that is db_city_college, guys. Let's create a table for faculties. And how do we create a table, guys? We say create table. Then we write the table name. I say here tbl_faculty. Opening bracket, hit enter. Then we write list of column definitions, right? Faculties are going to have ID. So the first column is going to have name, ID. Data type will be int, size will be 11. That means ID column can have numbers containing up to 11 digits. Then I say here not null. That means ID column cannot have null values. Then I say here auto_increment. That means while inserting data inside tbl_faculty, automatically ID column value should be incremented, guys. Then I say here comma, hit enter. Faculties are going to have name. So I say here name. Name of the faculties are going to contain variable number of characters, right? So I say here var_char of 25. Var_char indicates variable length string. 25 indicates size of the column, that is name column can have strings containing up to 25 characters, guys. Name column cannot have null values, so I say here not null, comma, hit enter. Then I say ID column should be primary key column. So I say here primary key, in brackets I give ID, which indicates ID column is the primary key column. and we know that primary key columns cannot have duplicate values, right? I hit enter, bracket close, semicolon, hit enter. You can see that query is executed. That means the table for faculties is created. Let's see whether TBL underscore faculty table is created or not. I say here show tables semicolon, I hit enter. You can see that TBL underscore faculty table is created inside DB underscore city underscore college database, guys. Let's display the structure of TBL underscore faculty table. And how do we display structure of a table, guys? We say show columns from, then we have the table name. I say here TBL underscore faculty semicolon, I hit enter. You can see that it has displayed structure of TBL underscore faculty table. And we know that structure of a table means set of columns and their definitions, right? Faculty table has ID column and name column, right? It has displayed the structure of TBL underscore faculty. I want to add one more column to TBL underscore faculty, that is date of birth column. And how do we add a column to an already created table, guys? We say alter table, then we write the table name. I say here TBL underscore faculty, then we say add, then we write the column name. I say here DOB, date of birth, then we write the data type of the column. I say here date semicolon, I hit enter. You can see that query is executed. That means date of birth column should be added to TBL underscore faculty. Let's check out whether this column is added or not. I say here show columns from TBL underscore faculty semicolon, I hit enter. You can see that date of birth column is added to TBL underscore faculty table. Its data type is set to date. It can have null values. The default value is null, you can see that. I want to add one more column to TBL underscore faculty, that is salary column. And how do we add a column to an already created table, guys? We say alter table, then we write the table name to which we want to add a new column. I say here TBL underscore faculty, then we say add, then we write the new column name. I say here salary, then we write the data type of the column. Salary will be of type float. In brackets, I say salary column can have up to 10 digits. After the decimal point, it can have 2 digits. Then I say here salary column can have null values, so I don't write not null. And I set the default value here. I say default of 0.00 will be the default value of salary column. That means while inserting data into TBL underscore faculty table, if we do not insert value for salary column, then automatically 0.00 will be stored, guys. I say here semicolon, I hit enter. You can see that query is executed. That means salary column must be added inside TBL underscore faculty table. Let's check out whether it is added or not. I say here show columns from TBL underscore faculty semicolon, I hit enter. You can see that salary column is added to TBL underscore faculty table. Its data type is set to float and we have 10,2. Yes, it can have null values and the default value is set to 0.00. You can see that. So that is how you add a column to an already created table. That is how you add a new column to an already created table, guys. I hope you guys have clearly understood. Now I want to delete DB underscore city underscore college database. And how do we delete a database, guys? We say drop database, then we write the database name which we want to delete. I say here DB underscore city underscore college semicolon, guys. I hit enter. You can see that query is executed. That means city college database is deleted from the server, guys. And remember, if you delete the database, all the tables that you create inside the database are deleted, guys. So while deleting, you should make sure that whether you want to delete a table or not, whether you want to delete a column or not, whether you want to delete a database or not. So you should be careful while using drop commands, guys. I want to exit from MySQL console. I say here exit semicolon. I hit enter. You can see that MySQL console is closed. I hope you guys have clearly understood how do we add a new column to an already created table. I suggest you people to watch this video again and again, understand everything clearly. Try to remember all the commands that I teach in this video tutorial series. Practice them as much as possible. If you like this video, hit the like button and share with your friends so that everyone will get benefited. For more benefits and be up to date, do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Keep learning, keep coding, keep sharing. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. See you in the next tutorial.